Hello and welcome back to Asia. Now, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. In this video, I'll tell you about a foreigner discovered unresponsive by his live-in partner in the Philippines. The Discayas could face fines of up to 300 billion pesos for rigging flood control projects, major shabu bust in the Philippines, and a couple of feel-good stories to keep you sane. In the end, let's jump straight into our main story. In Tacloban City, a 72-year-old Dutch was found not alive in his residence in Barangay Tamulilid, Ormoc City, late around 4 p.m. Local police identified the man known as Tisoy, who was originally from the Netherlands and who had been living in Ormoc City for a long time with his Filipino common-law wife. According to its initial investigation, the Ormoc police said the victim was discovered by his common-law wife named Babe inside their comfort room sitting on the toilet. Also, she told authorities that the deceased had been experiencing difficulty in breathing in recent days and had been diagnosed with prostate problems and hypertension. He had been on maintenance medication for these conditions. Responding personnel from the Ormoc City Forensic Unit and the scene of the crime operatives processed the scene and reported no signs of foul play. The report said, "May he rest in peace." Another reminder that life is short and you never know when is your last day, so please enjoy it to the best of your ability. Staying in the Philippines, police put initial markings on packs of some 905 kilos of shabu seized at a residential house in Barangay Luis Labrador, Pangasinan on Friday night. It is a follow-up operation after confiscating 125 kilos worth about 850 million pesos from a Chinese national and his Filipino driver in Bagulan. A 6.9 billion estimated all that is worth. Initially, they said it was 905 kilos. Now they're saying it's 895 kilos, so 10 kilos. Also, this is about $120 million. This is a daily occurrence when it comes to shabu bust, but this one seemed a little too big to ignore. So Chinese have their hands in all kinds of messed up stuff in the Philippines. I don't want to swear that much, so it is Sunday or Saturday, depending on where you live. And then construction firms owned by a contractor couple, Curly and Sarah Discaya, could face fines totaling as much as 300 billion pesos due to alleged bid rigging in over 1,200 flood projects. The Department of Public Works and Highway announced on Friday. There was also reports that they not only have their hands on flood projects, but also government like health stuff, so hospitals and stuff. They're building a lot of stuff going on. I'm wondering if it's just more than fines that they have to pay. Let's wait and see what happens with that story. And then moving on to some other stories in the Philippines. A man was arrested, 34-year-old, in Mantipulo City during a buy-bust operation for alleged illegal firearm selling. Authorities said that the case started from a tip provided by confidential informants. During questioning, the suspect reported mentioning the cohort known as by the alias Ace Banong or Pablo Bertuccio, who is also being investigated for possible involvement in firearm trading and previous incidents in Barangay Bayanan. And then at least 500 families in Cagayan de Oro lost their homes on Thursday due to massive fires that swept through their communities. Another thing that happens very commonly on a regular basis is house fires. I was very surprised the first year I lived in the Philippines how often I personally saw blaze or smoke or something like that. And I was curious as to why this happens. I mentioned this before in another video, but I made a little infographic here. Top 5 common reasons why house fires are very regular in the Philippines compared to where I came from. Some updates about that magnitude 6.9 earthquake in Cebu. The Cebu provincial government continues to arrange relief goods and donations at its warehouse on Velez Street, Cebu City on Saturday. Aside from the relief goods, portions of the warehouse have also been designated for sorting supplies from other provinces and departments. Cebu Province Action Center head Ruben Lacera said about 95% of the relief goods for the earthquake victims have already been repacked, which is great, and they're having a little bit difficulty getting these relief packages to some of the remote areas. I know they called in 2 helicopters to take them to some small island that can't be reached easily. So getting to some of these places can be difficult. Of course, Philippines being built or made up of so many different islands and the roads and all that. Yeah, I'm glad they're doing their best to get this stuff out there, and good to see an update, a positive one on that. Speaking of positive, this brings us to our feel-good moment of the day. A heartfelt dance was seen from a resilient earthquake survivor in Tabualan, Cebu, as she expressed pure joy and gratitude upon receiving relief goods from volunteers. In a Facebook post by Crest James Manapin, he wrote, quote, "Even though life is hard, people choose to smile and move forward. Look at this small clip. Priceless reaction of Nene after receiving the food and water we gave." He also wrote, "In this kind of calamity, let us help each other and extend our hand to those who need us. Kindness truly creates ripples of joy, and with Nene's dance, she made everyone around her feel it too. It made me feel it too. I hope you enjoy that little positive clip from Nene. I hope everybody there is fine. Something else I really found interesting: from the heart of Marilao Bulacan, a young artist speaks truth through her canvas. Honey Vasco, only 22 years old. Her work is not just art, it is a mirror held upon society, a reminder of painful realities many would rather ignore. For corruption does not walk alone. It is never an isolated act, never a solitary sign. It is arm in arm with deception, its royal and dangerous companion. I thought it was really well done. I'm not even an artist or really care about art too much, but you got to give respect when you see talent like this. Good for her. I hope she's very successful and gets the message across with her paintings. Some more news affecting Americans in the Philippines. The United States Embassy in Manila announced that its social media platform will not be updated with the federal government's partial shutdown, although it assured that the passport and visa services will continue. Yeah, I believe right now the US government is on hold or shut down. I'm not really sure how that works, but they ain't operating. It ain't working like it should be or like it used to last week or before that. So US Embassy in Manila wants you to know it's all good if you want some passport and visa services done. They are open, although they will not be updating the social media page. Next up, German Shepherd named Ghost is one of those who helped in search and rescue operations after the magnitude 6.9 earthquake in Cebu City last week.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Blow the candle.
Tog.
Another feel-good moments. Even in the aftermath of devastating earthquake, a birthday was not forgotten as a family from Tabugan, Cebu woke up Beverly Kamai to greet her with the birthday wishes. Her loved ones prepared a cupcake, a crown, and a sash for a simple yet heartfelt celebration of Beverly's 18th birthday. Also very good to see. I think she was a little bit startled waking up, but at the end she seemed very happy. Moving on to two Vietnamese officials accused of misconduct involving two young restaurant servers in New Zealand will not be returned to face legal charges after New Zealand authorities confirmed that extradition efforts were unsuccessful. And lastly, from October 26th, India's largest carrier, Indigo, said it will begin daily non-stop flights between Kolkata and Gwangju. It also plans to launch a route connecting New Delhi with the Chinese city. There have been no direct flights between China and India since 2020. Glad to see, or maybe not glad, I don't know, but glad for me because it makes if I travel between those places easier. But those are some big powerhouses in the world right now, and looks like they're back on some good terms, at least when it comes down to some flights. Let me know if you've been to any of those two countries. Anything you want to share. Speaking of sharing, let's take a look at what some people had to say regarding yesterday's video in our segment Yesterday Today. J. King says if they make the 200 peso bill the largest, the ATMs will be empty most of the time. That's an excellent point, right? So you have to carry so much more banknotes, and there's only so much a bank machine can carry. And if you lived in the bigger cities in the Philippines, you know a lot of times ATMs can be out of service because they run out of banknotes, especially on the weekends. Everybody trying to get some money out, right? So keep that in mind. This is regarding yesterday's suggestion to make the 200 peso note the largest bill in the Philippines to reduce some corruption, fraud, and other. AI Coconut Guy says, another video, another dollar. As always, another entertaining content. Mucho gracias, Alex. Well, thank you for watching and thank you for sharing your thoughts. And if you guys enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. It only takes a second, but really goes a long way to help the channel grow. Hit that like button. Share your thoughts regarding any of the stories I covered today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. And also, this is about $120 billion. Sorry.